Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to another tutorial. Before we get into today's tutorial, I would like to say if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, let's get into the tutorial. We are going to make this bag with an oval base. I already make the base. I have a video where I showed how to make an oval base of a bag easily. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. So for this oval base, let's measure. It is 25 and a half by 9 centimeters. So when you get your desired size, size of the oval base, now is that you chain 1 and you're working a single crochet round your oval base. But your single crochet, you'll be working your single crochet and taking this back part of the stitch. So, and you're using just the back loop. You're going to be using just the back loop of the stitch, just this back loop like that, just this back loop. So you take your back loop and go through this back part, work a single crochet. You take your back loop, take your back loop, take your back loop, and you go through this back part and work a single crochet. So you work it round. When you get to the end, you slip stitch on top of your chain 1. Now chain 3 and work 3 double crochet in this same chain 3 space. This chain 3 count as your first double crochet, so you have 4. You come on your chain 3 is 1 2 3. You put your hook through and take this loop and pull it through. It will form a puff stitch here. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, work 2 double crochet. Now skip 1 stitch again. In the next stitch, you skip this stitch. In this next stitch, work 4 double crochet. That is 4 double crochet. 4. Pull your loop. You come to this first stitch here. Here, and now take your loop and pull it through. Pull it to form this bubble or puff. You chain 1 and repeat the same thing. Skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, 2 double crochet. Skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, 4 double crochet. Pull your loop and come to where you had this your first stitch for your 4 double crochet, and pull the loop through. Pull it, form your bubble. You chain 1 and repeat. Skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, 2 double crochet. You skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, 4 double crochet. Skip 1 stitch, in the next stitch 2 double crochet, you skip 1 stitch, in the next stitch 4 double crochet, so repeat the pattern till the end. When you get to the end, see, this is the last puff stitch or your last bubble here, and if you look, you may have 1 stitch here before your chain 3 where you began. So don't worry about this. If you get to have 1 stitch here, you don't worry about it. So you slip stitch on top of your chain, on your chain 3. This is 1, 2, you see these 2 stitch, put your hook through the 2 stitch and work a slip stitch. And you're done with this first round for your pattern, for this pattern. Now round 2, you chain 1, and you're going to be working single crochet round. Chain 1, and in the same stitch work 1 single crochet, in the same chain 1 stitch work 1 single crochet. There, you see, you look on your bubble, you see a stitch. This is a stitch. You work 1 single crochet, so the 2 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. When you reach here, work a single crochet here, work one single crochet there, work one single crochet here. When you get to the end, slip stitch on top of your chain one, and end of this row. Now row 3 is a repeat of row 1 pattern, row 1 of the pattern. So now you have to make your next bubble to fall on top of your first bubble. If you look here, you see that the chain 1 you made is slightly at the side. If it is slightly at the side, you slip stitch to the top of your previous bubble. So you slip stitch and now you're on top. So chain 3, and work 3 double crochet in this chain 3 space. You skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch 2 double crochet. You skip this stitch, and in the next stitch work 4 double crochet. So the pattern of your bag is going to follow the round 1 of your pattern and round 2. So when you're done, when you get to the end of this round, you slip stitch and work a double crochet and then a repeat of round 1. So it's going to be a repeat of round 1 and round 2, a repeat of round 1 and round 2 of the pattern of this pattern. So this is what I've worked, the height I've worked. Now we're going to measure to see. $19 centimeters. Now work a double crochet, work single crochet around chain 1 and work single crochet around. When you get to the end of your single crochet, this row, don't slip stitch anymore. Just work a single crochet in your chain 1 like that, and then put a stitch marker to know where you began. And then continue working a single crochet still. When you get to the end where you have your stitch marker, you remove your stitch marker and work a single crochet there for your next round, and place your stitch marker again and continue working a single crochet. So each time you get to where your stitch marker is, if you're starting another round, you just remove your stitch marker, work your single crochet there and place your stitch marker again. When you work enough rows for your single crochet, you just end your, when you get there, then you end your work there. So continue working a single crochet for this third round of single crochet. So when you make enough rows of single crochet, I've made 4 rows for this bag. I made 4 rows of single crochet, and now you want to end your single crochet. You come to where you have your stitch marker, where you began from. You see, no, there is no more slip stitch here. The work is looking neat. So when you get here, you see the stitch before where your stitch marker is. Don't work a single crochet in the stitch. Now you end here, and then you close your stitch. You make an invisible stitch here, so you stop here. You can see. Now you're going to pull this out. You cut your yarn. Mine is at the end already, so you cut your yarn and then pull it through like this. Then take your yarn needle, remove the stitch marker, put your yarn through. Then this is where you had your stitch marker. Come to that stitch and put your hook through both loops. You put your stitch through both loops where you had your stitch marker and pull through. You can see. Now here, this is the last stitch you work. You can come there and use the back loop. Use the back loop and insert your hook through. And you pull. See, you're forming an invisible stitch here, and then pull. There, you've closed your work. It's looking neat. And go ahead and yarn this excess still inside. So what you do next is you trace the middle of your bag. You can measure and now divide by 2 to get the middle, or you count your stitches and get your middle. So whatever works for you, all you need to do is to get the middle of the bag to make sure you have the middle of your bag. When you have the middle, you go ahead and place your clippers, magnetic clippers, inside for opening and closing. So you place it inside and you sew inside. So I have put the magnetic clippers, and then I put these rings at the sides. You can see at both side, on both sides, and then I put this back stripe that I have at home. You can as well put chain for your back stripe, or any back stripe that works for you is totally fine. And this is the inside of the bag. So this is it for this tutorial. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.